Hello and welcome to Christ, the podcast, our conversion stories. This is my fourth episode. This is the fourth one. Third episode is going out today, and this is the fourth one. I'm so happy to have Roxanne here with me today. She's absolutely lovely. I've just met her today, and even from the DMs, I was saying to myself, this lady is so nice. She's so lovely. I love you already.
Thank you.
And so it was somebody that I spoke to on Instagram who recommended that I contact you
Okay.
to ask if you want to come on the
Oh,
podcast.
wow.
Yeah. Her name is Sharon, and I'm going to have an interview with her. So so I was like, oh, okay, I don't know her. So I hope she'll be okay with it. So I sent you the message. And your reply was so lovely. You're like, I followed you for a while. This is so lovely. Thank you so much. I was like, oh, thank you. And that just made it easier for me, to know that actually somebody who already knows me. So the rapport should be easy when we meet. Absolutely. So I think that's important. So thank you.
No, thank you. I am so honored and grateful for the opportunity. When I saw your message, I think I just put the kids to bed and then I checked my phone and I was like, the Celia Chokes is messaging. Wait. And then when you told me that you've started a podcast, my initial thought was, oh my gosh, congratulations. And I started reading and you was like, you would like me to come on as a guest. And I was like, me? Oh. Okay. So honestly, thank you so much. Oh. And thank you, Sharon, for recommending me. Sharon's amazing, so I can't wait.
Yeah, I can't wait to chat with her.
She is lovely.
I think we're going to have like a 3-hour-long podcast.
Absolutely. She's like a sister and she's so lovely. So thank you, Sharon.
We're here to talk about your conversion and everything that's happened around that. Okay. And I usually start off telling people at the beginning of the podcast, before they run away, saying, I'm not going to watch this. As a social media person yourself, you know how it is when people think that something is being sponsored or is an advert. They don't watch or they lose interest, all right? It's like they don't want to put money in my pocket. So it's for all those people who are thinking that by watching or listening to this podcast, they are putting money in my pocket. You are not. So you can rest and listen and enjoy it in peace. It is self-funded. I'm paying for it and I'm doing it all by myself. So there's no risk of you supporting me financially. And
replenish your pocket.
Amen. Thank you. And and it's just for the purpose of sharing conversion stories. I'm not a preacher. I'm not a leader. I'm not a, high priestess, any such thing. I'm just a normal person who believes in God and was inspired to create this podcast for normal people to come and talk about their conversion to Jesus Christ, to show that not everybody has a miraculous, loud, big bang conversion. Some people do, but every conversion story is miraculous. Yeah. And no matter how quiet and soft it is. So I just want people to share. So I don't know anything about your story yet. And I like to hear it fresh on the podcast. Share with us what things were like with you before you came to Christ. What was your life like? Were you one of the calm people or were you one of the wild people that God had to drag?
I genuinely feel like it's an accumulation of both. So I grew up in the church. My grandma was an evangelist. It was church on the weekends, church midweek. So that was like my childhood upbringing. Church. It wasn't until, I would say, late teenage years where it no longer became a parental obligation. It then became a choice I wanted to make. Yeah. I would say around the age of 16. When I got to sixth form, it was like, I've done the excitement. I've done the going out with friends and enjoyment. And it just really felt very timely to just really see what was God like for myself. I had friends around me who they spoke openly about Christ. And it wasn't like I was the friend who was against Christ, but I didn't have a personal relationship with Christ at the time. So it got to the point where it was like, I want that personal relationship with Christ. And it wasn't like an immediate turning point. It was like a gradual process of going to church, joining youth group, joining house fellowship, listening to praise and worship music. It was that gradual change that I started to see over the years, and I would say that's how my personal relationship with Christ developed.
That's beautiful because you put the effort in.
Yes,
you put the effort in to get that relationship. You didn't just expect it to just come.
No,
You know,
no.
you put that effort in, so that's really commendable. The lady that I interviewed last time, the
Yeah.
third one, Kay, she came as well as a teenager. She came to
Okay.
Christ as a teenager. She was 13, but then she really gave her life when she was 18, and she went to youth camp,
Okay.
and that was a big difference for her. And it touched me so much because I have young girls,
Yeah.
and so when I hear these like yours, it's really comforting. There's a lot of things that I can identify with there. For my girls. So yeah, I find it really touching that youth can come to the Lord.
Yeah.
There's a revival going on at the moment with Gen Z.
There is.
They're all coming. Yeah.
A
So
lot of them are on fire for Christ and from a young age. My 10-year-old has been saying that he wants to get baptized. And that's not from us saying it. It's been more him seeing it at church and saying, I want that relationship with God for myself.
oh wow.
And that was a real,
Wow.
a big wow moment to
Yeah.
hear, Mum, I want to get baptized.
Oh.
Yeah.
So when have you set a date?
So he would need to join the classes.
Yeah.
But it's a bit different at our church because they don't do youth baptism until he's graduated to a certain age in youth group.
Okay.
So it's not actually for his age at the moment, but he's
Okay.
more than welcome
to
join the classes.
That's
Yeah.
amazing. That's
It
amazing.
is. It
The
is.
church I used to go to, they used to baptize, or they baptize children at the age of 8 because they
Okay.
call that the age of accountability. That's the age where a child knows right from wrong and can and choose.
Okay.
And when I left the church, I started thinking, I don't think 8 is old enough, to be honest, because I wouldn't leave an 8-year-old to make a life-changing decision.
It's a big decision.
It's a big decision.
It is.
Committing your life to a church and to Christ is something that you really need to be able to. I think that I wouldn't have been ready to do it until I was 15.
Yeah.
15, 16.
Yeah. You need emotional maturity.
You need a certain level of maturity to be able to make that decision.
Absolutely.
You can desire it like your son does, but I like that your church is allowing him to go through the process before actually getting baptized so that they know that he's made an informed choice.
Exactly.
With that maturity. That's good. That's amazing. And so when you came to Christ and when you found your relationship with him, did you feel like now that I've come to Christ, everything's going to be honky-dory, my life is going to be amazing? Did you get all the blessings showered upon you straight away, or did things start to change in a way that you started wondering whether you made the right decision?
It was the initial thought of, do you know what? Everything should be absolutely amazing. I'm now a follower of Christ. And it almost brought about that feeling of, well, Christ is with me, that kind of feeling.
Yes.
And very soon after, the reality of it doesn't work like that kicked in. And I realized that, okay, you're following Christ, but you also need to put the work in to be a follower of Christ. Read your Bible. Make sure that your life it's not going to be perfect, but try to make sure you're glorifying Christ with what you're doing in life. And it was, I was in sixth form at the time. I then went to uni, got married, had my first son. So even that itself, it was a very big learning curve because I was pregnant before I was married.
Oh, okay.
So as much as it was,
and being half Nigerian,
yes, it was a wowoo moment.
Yeah, wowoo is the right term.
It was family meetings, but you've been going to church. What is your pastor saying?
Yeah.
It was family meeting, church meeting, youth leadership meeting.
Oh my gosh.
Accumulated because it wasn't just you're not married, it was your age, you're still at uni because I was in my final year of uni. And I think the blessing is our families knew each other. We'd been dating since I was 16. So it wasn't just somebody I had just met.
Exactly.
It was, well, we know his family knows your family. What is the plan now? And I remember my mum saying very strongly, we agreed to marriage, we didn't agree to baby because we were engaged.
Oh,
first.
already.
So he asked for my hand in marriage. Yeah. And then I think the excitement of engagement got to our head because very soon after it was a baby's coming. And my mum said very clearly, we agreed to marriage. We didn't agree to a baby at this time. What's going to happen with your uni and stuff like that? But I really give God all the grace and all the honor because I managed to finish uni.
Oh, wow.
I finished with a grade that absolutely no one expected. because I gave birth in December, finished uni in May.
What?
Yeah. And I got my first graduate job when my son was 9 months old. So it was a testimony to, if you want to do it and it's within God's plan for your life,
yes,
it will more than likely happen.
Yes,
So
exactly.
that was a very big reminder for me.
I think, thank you so much for sharing that. That's really inspiring. Weirdly enough, we were talking before we came on the podcast.
Yeah.
And now I'm thinking about what I was just saying, how that relates to what you've just said to me. And I had no idea about this. Yeah. And it just ties in with what I was saying. Because talking about young people dating and at 17, 16, 17, 18, 19, whatever, and starting a relationship with I'm a Christian and these are my values. I'm abstinent until marriage. And God knowing that is your desire. Yeah. But that if something does happen along the way, God is still forgiving. He's still merciful. He still gives you that grace to come back, repent, ask for forgiveness, and do what's right from then on.
Absolutely.
And not the way our African roots like to believe that life is over.
It's not.
She don't get belly. It's finished. It's finished. Oh,
yes.
You know, you have disgraced the family. You have now a dropout. You're going to lose out. I know ladies who have gone through that and are doing amazing. The kids are also doing amazing.
Yeah.
You know, it's not the end of the way. It's why, I said in one of my videos on TikTok when I said, allow girls to have boyfriend now. You know, allow them to have boyfriend. Obviously, all the teenage girls were loving that video. Allow her to have boyfriend. What are you afraid of? You're afraid that she's going to have sex and get pregnant. That's what you're afraid of.
Yeah.
So you won't let her date. Whereas dating is important.
It is.
It's important for a girl to learn how to relate to a man.
Yeah.
It's important for her to learn the good ones from the not so good ones.
Yeah.
So that she can make the right decision of who's going to be her husband in the future. Because when she doesn't have those experiences, that's how they make the wrong choice.
It's true.
You just marry
the bar for her expectations.
Exactly.
Well, because I think traditionally, I know from people around us who have got pregnant and then it's like, okay, now you need to get married, and it's ended up in a very unfavorable
marriage.
I think for us, what worked, I would say, in our favor is we've been able to grow up together.
Yeah.
Before I fell pregnant,
you're already engaged. Exactly.
So marriage was always
you're practically married, to be honest, when you're engaged. Literally, in some cultures, you're already married.
Yeah.
In some cultures, because it's modern day that makes us have to sign papers.
Yeah, I've heard.
If the two families have accepted, right, then you're practically married. It's modern day law that requires us to go and sign a paper. You know, or Christianity requires that you go before a priest for him to bless you and to do the marriage.
That's true.
But when in our, in the Nigerian tradition, marriage, when the two families come together and agree, you're married.
That's true.
Before the church happens, you're actually legally married. You can take that to the court.
Our families, I would say, we've been so blessed because even before, when we were just dating, our families would do Christmas together in one house.
Wow.
And it was like...
Wait, did your families know each other before you started this? So they came together from you two dates. So you brought two families together.
Yeah. So Jeffrey's mom and his siblings would come to our house for Christmas. And that was even before any engagement.
Wow.
So that's always been a blessing. It wasn't a thing of, bring the person responsible or anything like that.
Yeah.
Or, look what your son has done, or look what your daughter's done. It was very much, okay.
Where do you go now?
Where do you go from now?
Yeah.
And I think
you had the support from family and...
initially there was some very strong words of, okay, that wedding that you was planning for next year is happening now.
Oh, now.
Now.
Yes.
Because it was very much like, okay, you need to get married
before the baby comes.
Before your belly starts showing.
Yes.
So because I remember one of my cousins saying in one of the family meetings, well, people are going to do the maths anyway.
Yeah, it's true.
And it
people do the maths all the time.
Anyway.
There was somebody who said she had a baby literally like 9 months after the wedding.
Yeah.
And people started saying, so were you already before the wedding? Were you already like, it's a honeymoon baby.
Yeah.
She conceived on the wedding night. People are now calculating, so you already, people will always calculate for you. It doesn't matter. They will say, okay, when did she marry? Was it not just,
They will.
It's just that it looks less appropriate to people if you have a bump and you're wearing a white wedding gown.
It does.
That's the thing. So wearing it and then looking, and then 7 months later the baby arrives.
In our case, I think it was it 4?
Were you showing?
Oh no, on
you were not showing.
Day, no.
Ah, wow.
Now, people are like, you see, you're pregnant.
You were pregnant, like,
we got married in August. He was born in December.
Oh, wow.
But no.
Wow. But I love that story. I love that the two families came together already and everything. It's like you guys were meant to be. God has already ordained you to be together. You just kind of did one step before the other.
Yes.
But you did all the steps. So, and you guys have been together how long now?
So 16 years. 16 years.
That's longer than my marriage that I married before having relations. So I say to people, don't just think that because you marry as a virgin, that's it. Your life is going to be perfect. I married as a virgin. Where am I now?
And do you know what one thing I'm learning is God's timing is the best.
Yes.
I think in our culture, there's so much emphasis and rush placed on you need to do A, B, and C by this age.
Yes.
We know people who've gotten married in their 40s and they've had such a blissful, beautiful marriage.
Yes.
There's no timing like God's timing. There's so much emphasis placed on, okay, you need to finish uni. Okay, once you finish uni, get married. Okay, you've got married, have a child. Okay, when's the next one coming? And it's like, cool down.
Calm down.
Cool down. My timing and God's timing, they need to be aligned.
Exactly.
So let's just be patient
and
don't rush.
Exactly. I love that. that. And I think, it's very encouraging for everybody out there who's in a similar situation. It's not the end of the world. And for many people, it's the beginning.
Yeah.
For many people.
So.
How many children do you have now?
4.
Che. How old are they?
15, 10, 6 and 4.
Hi. Yeah. Any more?
No.
Are you sure? There's always one. Is it what they call it? Rainbow? Is it rainbow baby? What they call it?
That
was the fourth one. You sure?
He was the big. I still look at him today like,
how did you manage to come in?
How did you get it? Yeah, 4 kids is a lot.
It's a lot in this day and age. It's a lot,
and I think it's a blessing to have the 4.
Yeah,
and I think our hands are more than full. But
unless God wants you to have more. It's like my mom still thinks that I can have another child.
It's possible.
I'm like, wow. I said, why would God do that to me?
It's possible.
She said, if God wants you to have. I said, God will not want me to have something that I do not want to have. No.
Anything is
at
possible.
51, she's like, what do you mean? There are people having children. And somebody will say, yeah, somebody had child. I was like, please don't put it on me. Thank you very much. Thank you. I'm not. I'm in the stage where I want to enjoy my life. Not tie myself down to another, bringing up another child. It's hard work.
16 years.
Yeah, it's even more than that. It's hard work, going through all the different stages, making sure that they're emotionally stable, their education is going well, psychologically stable, worrying and fixing and doing. It's a lot of work to think you're going to start that journey again.
It's a lot. And it doesn't end when the kids
leave home and go
to uni. I feel like you just transition to a different level of parenting.
That's right.
I would say my faith really heightened, even though I gave my life to Christ so many years before. It heightened when I became a mum. My prayer points changed. Everything, the direction and the trajectory, the path, purpose, it all started to shift once I became a mum.
Yeah. You just realize that, I'm responsible.
Absolutely.
For this human being.
Yeah.
I used to feel like, I can't believe God found me worthy to bless me with this child of his.
Yeah.
And he's put me in charge of caring for this child and these children. I am worthy enough to care for and raise your children, God's children. And that humbled me so much. And I was determined that I'm not going to make a mess. Like, if there's anything I do right in my life, it's going to be these children. Because I've been entrusted. Like, how did he find me? When I've had Lizzie, I took her home. I was like, how am I being trusted by God and by these doctors and nurses to just carry this child out of this hospital? Like, how do they know I'm going to look after her? They're just allowing me to take her. Like, is this how you just allow people to carry children away?
It's such a big responsibility.
It's such a big responsibility. And honestly, and unless you have that, it's not even about having a child.
Yeah.
unless you have that, it's almost like God puts it on you when you have the child.
He does.
Unless you have it put on you to know how heavy that responsibility is, you just go and just let things happen as they do.
Absolutely.
People are not actively parenting and things just happen to the children.
That's true.
So you need, if you don't have it, you need to pray for it, that God should allow you to know your responsibility on these children and to carry it forth. People thought that when I left the church I was with, that my children were going to end up messed up. Someone said it to me.
Serious?
Literally said to me, when I divorced their father, he said to me, and this was a church leader, he said to me, actually, he said, God could not have told you to leave their father. So now you're depriving the children of their father. And God did not tell you that. Right? That's one thing he said to me. Then he had a class that he taught. And in that class, I was sitting there and he was saying, children of divorced parents always turn out worse. Educationally, psychologically, they end up in crime, they end up in this and that. He was just saying all this stuff, sitting there. And he was talking directly to me, because at the end of that lesson, his wife got up and gave me a card saying, you're a fantastic mother. Your children, I know that. We know that. What a wonderful mother. If your wife could come and give me a card to reassure me that I am a good mother because of your lesson. People came up to me after the lesson, greeting me. I'm like, because they know he's talking to me.
Absolutely. That's horrible.
There's nobody else in the class who's divorced or recently going through it. Nobody else. Everybody else is married. So it's me that you're talking to. And it was me that he was saying. So for my children now to be where they are, and people now say to me, how did you do it? How did you do it? Your children are so well behaved. It's not just that they're academically doing well. One is now studying medicine. That's amazing. Right? The other one is doing her A-levels. She wants to do physiotherapy. And by God's grace, she will get into it. It's not just academically. It's their character.
Which speaks volumes.
It's the character.
Yeah.
That's what I'm more concerned about. Absolutely. Are you a good person? Are you a caring person? Yeah. Right? And I look at them and I just thank God. How do you do? I say, it's God. Yeah. How did I do it? I don't know. How did you manage it? I don't know. It's God. Yeah. Because there's no way I could have done it. There's no way. It's God.
And that's it.
And that's all. So whether it's 1, 2, 3, 4.
Yeah.
10. I know somebody who has 8. It's God.
It is.
It's God. And so, I'm really grateful that you've shared that story with us, because I'm sure that somebody will be listening who will, feel really inspired by that.
It's not the be all or end all. I mean, I grew up in a single parent household, and a lot of people would say, the trajectory of this is this. And it's like, how do you think you can be the person to determine somebody else's life outcome just based on maybe what statistics say or what other examples you've seen or heard?
Exactly.
It's like you're not God, and you can't play God.
No.
I think this is where communities and churches really need to be coming together and asking situations, how can we help?
How can we help? Exactly.
How can we
not
support?
condemning.
Not condemning.
Exactly.
Not condemning. You see so many people, I've seen lecturers at uni who were single parents, lecturers at uni who were with child, and they did it. They made it work. And like you said, the support and help, it really ultimately comes from God. Yeah. We can't lean on our own understanding or our own abilities or think, I can do it myself. No, this is where we need to fall to our knees in prayer. Yes. And really think, okay, God, how are we going to get through this? And that's it.
Exactly.
I mean, I graduated uni, I had my son, and it was like, even looking back, I'm like, I don't even know how we got through it, but I know it was God that got us through, because it was hard.
Yeah, it's not easy.
Newly married.
Well, you grew from that, didn't you?
Yes, we did.
What lessons did you learn, or what do you feel like you benefited from that experience?
God's timing, leaning on God, and not thinking that, do you know what, you can figure this out yourself. And also a tough one, but asking for help. I don't like to ask for help. If I can do it with both hands and me and my husband can knock heads together and figure out a way. But I think that season really taught us we can't do it alone, and we really do need to ask for help where necessary.
Yes.
So, yeah.
That's an important one.
It is.
I find it, even from God sometimes. I'm serious. Even from God, I have to remind myself.
Yeah.
I haven't asked God to help me with this. I'm like fighting to do something, and then I realize, actually I haven't prayed about it. Why am I forgetting to pray about it? Yeah. Because there are even times when I'll say I can't pray about something like that because it's too trivial. Literally, I'm like, no, I don't need God to help me with that. It's too trivial. It's not something I can ask God. I'm teaching myself, to, it doesn't matter what it is, just to ask God for help.
Yeah.
And if it's what I should be doing as well,
Absolutely.
Yeah, because otherwise you start doing something and then realize that you've been doing it by yourself all this time. Actually, you've been doing the wrong thing. Then you need to reschedule yourself
And backtrack.
and backtrack. Yeah, and backtrack and go back and say, okay, right, okay, now God, what was I supposed to be doing? It's like I mentioned earlier, another podcast about my gallivanting, how I started off with it, and it was just to bring ladies together, to have a community and a sisterhood, have fun together, support each other, and it just grew and grew into an amazing community where the support and the love is just immense. And somebody said, why don't you, make it a business? I know somebody who does this similar thing as a business, blah, blah. I was like, yeah, that's amazing, actually. Set it up as a business. It could be a business. Started. When I started praying about it, I just got the feeling, and I feel like the Spirit was telling me that, when did I tell you that you should start doing it as a business? I never asked. I didn't ask God.
You just did.
I just did. I thought it's a great idea. It's great. It's good. I didn't ask. I just did it.
And I think so many of us do that. I think there's so many situations I can look back on life and maybe not necessarily listening to God. And I think now I'm in a season of, okay, what does God say?
Yes.
What does God really say about this? I mean, recently we've had to, when we moved home, we had to change all 4 of the boys' schools.
Oh, wow.
And we had wanted to move.
Are they all in different schools?
They are, because my eldest is in secondary school.
Yes.
The younger 3 are in the same school.
Okay.
But last year when we wanted to move, there were no spaces. No schools had spaces. So I remember waking up about 3 o'clock in the morning and saying, okay, God, we found the house. But what do you want us to do? Because we can't find schools and we can't move to an area where the kids are not in school. And we can't commute back to our current area. What do we do? And it was like God just said, it's not the time. It's not the time for you guys to move. And as I was saying before the podcast, we were in a 2-bed flat for 15 years. So that urgency to move home was very at the top of our priority. And then this year we went to view in May. We moved in and got the keys 17th of July.
Wow.
Very, very quick. And before the summer holidays, we found a school for our younger 3. And I remember the head teacher saying, there's no space in year 6, but we're going to make something happen. It was like God was just opening doors. For my eldest, I went to see a friend and she was telling me about a school that she worked at. And I was like, it sounds like a really, really good school. So then when the borough told us the school that had spaces, I said, this school sounds familiar. We went for a meeting. I saw my friend's picture on the wall in the school and she's an assistant principal at that school.
Oh, wow.
And they gave him admittance. So it was like God was just really moving in that season. And it was just a reminder that, do you know what? When you come to me and ask, and when you're obedient, and when you really lean on me, I will make the way.
You will make the way.
He will make the way.
This is the big lesson.
It was a big one.
lesson.
It was a very big one. That testimony of us moving house, it wasn't just, oh, you've moved to a bigger space. It was a testimony of being really obedient to God's timing.
Yes.
Because there were so many times over the years where we could have moved and we wanted to move, but we wouldn't have had the same outcome. It wasn't God
telling you.
It wasn't God telling us.
And it's not easy to be able to do that because first of all, you have to have the ability to know when God is speaking to you.
Yes, absolutely.
Which is already not easy.
Yeah.
Because when God speaks, it's not a loud voice like shouting at you. It's a very quiet voice. So for you to be able to listen, you have to be still.
Yes, it's true.
Right? And to be still is difficult because life.
Yeah.
So you have to be able to put life to one side.
Absolutely.
And give yourself that time to be still, to listen.
Yeah.
And then to acknowledge that that was God speaking to you.
It's true.
And then you have the difficulty of actually obeying.
It's true.
Like putting your wants aside and obeying instead of the but God, but how can we stay in these 2-bedroom flats?
Yeah.
How can we,
6 of us.
Yeah.
6
How can
of us.
yeah. And saying the but.
Yeah.
It's just really inspiring for me because there's things that I want to do and I feel like I've not received the answer. I'm like, I need an answer. I need to know and I keep not getting an answer, and I just have to keep reminding myself that you not getting the answer is the answer. The answer is not yet.
That's very, very true.
Yeah, that's an answer. You're not getting a yes or a no. That's your answer. The answer is not yet.
Yes. It's so true.
So just wait. I'm very impatient. I'm like, God, you made me impatient.
Same.
This is how you made me. This is how you made me. You gave me this impatience. I have ADHD. I didn't give it to myself. So this is how I am.
Yeah.
Help me to get this. I don't want to pray for patience because what So what is it? Help me to just be able to wait.
Yeah.
Help me to be able to wait.
That waiting
to the right
season
time.
is
It's hard
very,
because you
very
start to
hard.
second guess everything.
Everything. I remember there's a song called "Joy Is Coming," and I think Travis Green is on the song. And I remember it was around February this year. I was listening to the song in the car, and I burst into tears. Like it wasn't just like small tears. This was I had to pull over and literally wipe my face kind of tears. And I was like, God, you know our heart.
Yes.
We need to move.
Yes.
Prove yourself. Let us boast on you doing the miraculous. Let this house be a place that when we walk in, this is testament for what you have done for us. The place that you've brought us from. I said, God, prove yourself. Show yourself. Show your might. I was like, God, I'm testing you.
Yes.
Prove yourself.
Yes.
When I drove off, I was like, it's going to come. It's going to come. And today on my playlist, I was like, I'm going to see Celie, what song? And for the first time since February, that song, I heard it and it was like just a smile. It was a smile. I was like, no more tears.
Yes.
Because it's like,
I've answered that prayer.
God answered that prayer. And he answered it at a time that was his perfect timing for us as a family.
Yes.
So it's really, the waiting season, it is hard.
It's hard.
I've been in the waiting season when it comes to finances, family, housing, health. There's so many seasons of life where I'm like, we've been in that waiting season. But it's like when you're on the other side of it, and you can testify of what God has done, it's completely, it's like an unmatched
It's amazing,
feeling.
isn't it?
It is.
It's amazing.
It is.
I'm trying to go through that waiting season. I'm trying to do it with faith.
Yeah.
But it's hard. It's like you're like,
it is. You get shaky.
Yeah.
You get anxious.
Yeah. Like what if? But what if? That you have to remind yourself. What if God? What if what? It's God.
True.
It's God. It's God. Just just be calm. But yeah,
be calm and be still.
And be still.
Which is hard.
Yeah.
That in itself is.
We're all learning. We're learning.
We are.
We'll get there, and He's very patient with us, and as we're learning.
I found that looking at things that I was already grateful for helped a lot during that waiting season. Even sometimes with work, it's like, oh my gosh, I have to do this. But then looking at the other side and saying, wow, I'm blessed that I get to do this. Looking at it differently, not grumbling, not complaining, which in itself is like, oh gosh, it takes a different kind of willpower to see things in a positive light. But I think I'm really trying now to say, okay, instead of, why do I have to? Oh, I get to.
Yes.
It's a privilege.
That's
it's
true.
a blessing.
That's so true.
It's a blessing. Even sometimes when I look at the mess the kids have made, I'm like, wow. Wow.
Thank God you have them.
Wow, exactly.
Yeah.
Because we've been in the waiting season where after we had our first son, I was having recurrent miscarriages.
Oh, wow.
And I know what it felt like to pray of God, please don't forget me. I know we've been blessed with one child and we're so grateful. But please, we're in the waiting season and we would like, and you know what's so funny? Remember we were speaking before the podcast and I was saying people would always be expectant on things on your behalf. One weekend when I had a miscarriage, it was Mother's Day weekend, 2014.
Oh, gosh.
And I was supposed to speak at church. And I spoke to the women's leader and I said, it's not going to be possible. She was like, why? You've already put your... I said, I'm miscarrying. She broke down. We prayed and we spoke about it. And it was like the next Sunday when I went to church, somebody was like, your son, he's an only child and he's like 5. What's happening? I was like, oh, in God's time. Inside, I was breaking down because you never know. You
don't know what people are going through.
So it's like
I bet it was a Nigerian person.
It was.
It always is.
It was.
It always is.
It was. Our mouths can be very sharp.
Those aunties.
Yeah, they always have something to say. Yeah. But it was like in that waiting season, you really just have to be still and give people grace because you never really know what they're facing. You don't know what they're going through.
because people will do things to you or say things to you that will hurt you.
Yeah.
I've reached a stage where I'm learning to ignore before I will come back. Like I was saying this to, I can't remember who it was recently on the podcast, that when someone says something, I'll give you back worse than you gave me, and I will say it in such a way, like it will take me an hour to compose that message that when you read it, you question your own life. People cannot reply to me when I send my reply.
Wow.
They cannot, because my ex-husband said it to me.
Yeah.
I asked him a question. I said, am I a vindictive person? Because somebody said I'm vindictive. He said, vindictive is a strong word. I wouldn't say you're vindictive. It's defensive.
Okay.
Yeah. It's more like self-preservation.
Yeah.
It says, but your words can be ruthless. So my intention is not that I'm going to attack somebody. It's a defense mechanism. Yeah. Like I'm protecting myself from your hurt. But when in that protecting myself, man, when I give it. So that is my challenge now, is when someone gives to me, for me to just move on.
Yeah.
Don't. Like, what is your purpose? Like God said to me one day when I was there, what is your purpose in sending this message? And I thought to myself, to give them. I said to give them. It's like, what is the purpose of giving them back?
Yeah.
It's to hurt them, isn't it? Yeah. And I was like, yeah. So like, you want to hurt that person?
Yeah.
That's not Christ-like. But they hurt me. No, forget about what the person did. That person is that person. You want to hurt somebody. So what is the point? So when you are finished hurting that person, what are you going to gain from it? Are they going to pay you money? Are you going to get money? Are you going to get closer to me? No. That's humbling. You're not going to gain anything from it.
It's true.
So what's the point? You just wasted an hour typing a message that you're not earning money from. Like, what is it? What is it? So I learned from that experience that God spoke to me, and ever since then, when somebody, and I want to stand after, I remember, I look at my screensaver on my phone.
It's true.
This is my screensaver on my phone. To remind myself, silence is strength, it's not weakness. Me being silent when somebody said something or done something, it's not that I'm weak. I've chosen to be silent because I realize it's not helping me to draw closer to God. It's taking me away.
Your thought process, and what has kind of got you to that stage of saying, you know, I can be silent in such situations?
It's me just wanting to get closer to God. I'm wanting to have the Spirit of God with me. I'm wanting to please God.
Okay.
I'm wanting to be a better person. And I realized that this one of the challenges I have is this. Is one of the, God showed it to me. This is one of the things that is preventing you from being the kind of person you want to be. You want to be like Christ. So that's one of the things. Whereas before it was, I found it, I prided myself in being able to give people back. And so it's hard to stop myself from doing it. But it got me to that point. I got to that point where I was like, yeah, that's preventing you from being Christ-like. Yeah. So you don't need to do it. So my next step now is not telling people about it. Because then I'll go and say, you see that woman? She did this, she did this, she did that, she did that. Can you imagine? Who does she think she is? How can you do this? Blah, blah, blah. Yesterday, God said to me, you are still not there yet, because now you are complaining to people about the person. You didn't reply to the person, but you are telling other people about it. And you are telling people what you would have replied back. Yeah. Even though you didn't reply to, so you didn't hurt her, but now you're telling people about you vented it. So that's my next thing to work on now, is I've got to just, when I say I'm not doing it, move on.
That takes a big level of discipline.
Hey, God help me.
Willpower to just be tight-lipped about certain situations, especially venting. It's a very big transition to not vent. I can be quite petty. I would say I was quite a petty person. If somebody does something and they might do it slyly, I'm like, okay, you don't. I'm petty with a capital P.
I'm telling you.
But now I think my mind frame is it really worth my time?
That's it.
Another thing is I've got 4 kids who are watching
you.
I want them in their future endeavors not to now meet somebody and think, oh yeah, this is the way women should be behaving.
Exactly.
That kind of thing. Even sometimes when I'm driving and somebody might cut me off or do something,
can you watch yourself?
I'm just looking at the eyes in the back of the mirror and I'm thinking, okay, Roxanne,
catch yourself.
Just cool down, wind down the window and breathe.
Exactly.
Because these kids are watching.
They're watching everything. And taking everything in. everything they're taking in.
Because one day, one of my sons, he repeated what I normally say. Somebody cut me up. I kept quiet. And you know, he said, see yourself. He's like, see yourself. And you know, when you just have to, internally, I'm laughing, but externally, I'm like, okay, don't say that. You have to choose to be kind with your words and be loving, because I want them to be loving. See yourself. But in my head, I was thinking to the driver, see yourself. Because he cut in front of me, got to the lights, the light turned red.
Stopped him,
okay,
yeah.
So it's that kind of thing that I'm really thinking.
I look at the driver when I get to the traffic light, at least I do like this. I literally do that.
Yeah. Kids, they see and they emulate everything.
Yeah.
Everything.
Yeah.
Even my eldest, the younger ones, they like to report everything that he's doing. He's on his phone. He's doing this. He's doing this. And sometimes I have to think, okay, where are they getting it from? They're getting it from us. Exactly. Sometimes us as parents, we need to know when to react to certain things. Some things doesn't need an answer. Give kids the grace to figure it out themselves.
Exactly. That's it. And it's only God that teaches you that.
It is. And
teaches you when to be quiet and when to leave it.
Yes.
And when to step in.
That in itself takes a different level of patience, because I'm trying not to micromanage the kids, or trying not to put expectations where they think they need to get everything perfect. Yes. It's that giving them grace of, do you know what? I want you guys to fall, so that you know that when you fall to your knees and lean on God. Don't think that you can get everything perfect.
That's beautiful. Yeah. Thank you. That's beautiful. I'm going to keep that. Every time I have a guest that says something, they always say something that I hold on to. Like one phrase, because my memory ain't great. So I'm so grateful for these podcasts, because when I'm editing them, when I go back, it's like I'm listening to it all over again. I listen to it twice and I'm getting something each time. So it's really blessing my life. And saying that when you fall to your knees, that's what I'm taking away from this. Oh. Is there any message that you want to give? Anything that you want to say to anyone who's listening or watching, that you feel inspired to share?
That's a really good question. I would say, when you give your life to Christ, don't have the expectation that everything's going to be easy, or that all of your problems, your daily trials and tribulations are just going to magically disappear. Let it be a reminder that God is there, and only He can provide that strength, guidance and purpose. And He's there, and He's open to anyone who asks.
That's it. That's all we need.
That is it.
That's all we need to know. Thank you so much.
Thank you for having me.
I feel like we could go on chatting
hours and hours.
For hours.
I'm a talker.
I love it. I love it.
Extroverted, introverted.
Yes, I love it. Look at us. We're both introverts. We're sitting here. I have a friend that's the same.
Really?
She's we say to each other, I go and stay with her when I come to London. Yeah. And she was like, I don't want you to expect me to engage with you every time you come. I hope you understand that. I'm like, I told you, we're real friends like that. So I told you because of our energy levels aren't always up to, and I'm like, that's perfectly fine. But there's times I don't want to engage with people. I just want to. So knowing I have a friend where I can go to her house and we can just say hi to each other, and I just go to the room and chill and stay there. We may not talk to each other. That's what we say. We don't have to talk to each other. There's no pressure for us to engage, talk, anything. I can lock myself in the room. Trust when I get there, we'll be sitting and chatting for 4-5 hours. We'll be saying we need to go to bed. We're tired. We're still talking 12 midnight. Both of us, our eyes are swelling from tiredness, and we are still talking. We did it again last night. But we know that we have that relationship where when we want to, we will chat. Yes. There are times that I'll be in the room hours. Really? We don't talk to each other. Yeah.
That's sisterhood.
Exactly. And I'm comfortable that I can do that and she won't be offended. That's good. And I'm not offended.
No unrealistic expectations from
Exactly. I love her. She's amazing.
Thank you so much, Celia.
Thank you so much for coming. A blessing. You have to come back, because I feel like you have a lot more that you want to share. I get that feeling. And I'm so sorry I didn't get the mango. Don't worry. I should have heeded that prompting.
I'm going to Tesco.
Oh, yeah. I was prompted to buy her a mango.
Yeah. But I got beautiful flowers.
Yes, you got the beautiful flowers. But I wish I'd brought the mango as well. And I didn't get it. And like, why would I bring somebody mango? Or I
love mango. And it's not cheap. Mango is not cheap. So thank you.
And then she tells me she loves mango. It's her favorite fruit. I should have bought it. I'll listen next time.
No, thank you.
Thank you so much. Thank you. Thank you guys for listening and for watching and joining us. I hope you gained something from this podcast. I've gained so much from it. And everybody that comes, I say to them, you need to come back. And I really mean it. And so but I feel like I don't want to have the same guest again when I've just had them on, but I'm going to scrap that. I'm literally gonna have people back. Just let me know when you're free. I've got other ladies that I've had before. Let me know, and we'll have you on again, because there's so much that I want to learn from you guys as well. So it's really a blessing. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Celia.
Please share with anybody that you feel will gain something from this. Share the YouTube video or the podcast on Spotify or Apple, and encourage somebody. I hope you've been encouraged. Stay tuned for the next episode. I'm posting every 2 weeks, so I'll post another one in 2 weeks' time. And stay blessed. Thank you.